Alrighty, everybody. So this is flex and stretch. The goal is to do both of those things, both flex and stretch. So with that being said, we're going to be doing a little bit of mobility work. So a little bit of work on the hips and the shoulders, and you'll see why once we get started. All right, so let's go ahead and sit down in whatever position feels most comfortable with your body. Even sitting cross-legged or kneeling. And as you do, we allow the eyes to close as we sit up nice and tall. And then with the eyes closed, we can start to tune in, noticing what sounds are happening in the space around us. Acknowledging how the temperature of your space feels against your skin. Even if there's a breeze coming from either the air conditioning, a fan, or outdoors. Acknowledging any smells that may be in the area, whether they be of food or something malodorous. And then like the blurry part of a picture, we start to let that fade into the background as we bring into focus our physical body. So scanning from the top of the head all the way down to the soles of the feet. How does your body feel right now? Not only acknowledging what we're feeling in the muscles and the joints, but also in the belly and the head. And then we start to tune into the breath, noticing how fast or slow each inhale and exhalation takes. How deep or shallow we take each inhalation, whether it's in the belly or in the chest. And finally, we start to tune into the mind, noticing what's on your mind. How are you feeling mentally and emotionally in this moment? Whatever we find without judgment, without attachment to those thoughts or emotions or expectations. Just awareness. And then we'll start to take a nice deep inhalation through the nose, holding it at the very top for 3, 2, 1, and exhale, letting it all out of the mouth. And as we open the eyes, let's start to make our way onto all fours. Finding a tabletop position. So we'll stack the shoulders right on top of the wrists, hips over the knees. Keep those fingers spread nice and wide, knuckles firmly pressed down. We'll take cat and cow. So inhale, drop the belly, looking forward. And as we exhale, hollow out your belly, round the chin into your chest. Inhale, drop the belly, press those shoulder blades into your back. And as you exhale, spread them wide as you round. Last time, inhaling into our cow. Exhaling into cat. You start to find that neutral spine. And so the belly is firm. Let's take the knees a little bit wider as we bring the right fingertips to the ear. We'll inhale, reach that elbow straight up to the sky. And exhale, point the elbow down towards the mat. Twice more. Inhale, lift and open. Exhaling down. Last time, inhaling up. Exhale down. And as we find that neutral position, let's switch arms. And right hand down, not letting that elbow bend at all. Left fingertips to the ear. And again, inhale, reaching up. Exhale, pointing it down. Yeah, go ahead and take that twice more following your breath. And as we find that neutral spine, the hands come back onto the mat. And from here, we'll start to reach those left fingertips straight out in front of you. Palm is facing down towards the ground. And then start to bend the elbow back by your side. Let the thumb point up now. So we inhale, reach forward, palm down. Exhale, bend the elbow back, palm is towards your ear. Last time, reach forward and pull back. Lowering that hand down, taking that on the other side. And so reach that other arm out. Thumb is facing the sky, and on your exhale, squeeze the shoulder blade. Inhale, reach. Exhale, pull and squeeze. Last time, extend and pull. Yeah, go ahead and reach it out long and lower the hand back to the mat. Take it into the lower body now. Let's reach that left leg straight back behind us. And the toes are pointing down into the ground as you lift them up. Okay. Squeeze your bum, hug your belly in, and then slowly take that leg all the way out to the side as far as you can. Tap the foot and reach it back. So toes tap behind you. Inner foot taps beside you. One more time, back and to the side. Pause here. With that leg extended out to the side, taking a nice deep inhale. And on your exhale, shift those hips back. Inhale, shifting forward and back. Last time, forward and back. Good. As we come back to center, we're going to take that, I think it's your left leg, whichever leg you have straight right now. Go ahead and step it forward into a lunge. So making sure that front heel is down on the ground, knee stacks right on top of the ankle. On your exhale, shift those hips back straight in the front leg. Good. Inhale, bend into our lunge. Exhale, straightening. Last time, inhale, lunge. Exhale, straighten. We'll bring ourselves back into our lunge and slide the knee back, coming into our tabletop. And we'll take that on the other side, extending the right leg back, or whichever one you didn't do last time. Notice that's my little cheating way of saying, I don't know what side we're on. Go ahead and lift those toes up, squeeze your butt, and then extend the leg all the way to the side, tap the foot down, and back. Yeah, take that twice more. Yeah, but don't let your abs sink down. Keep your belly firm, and then lower the foot straight out to the side. Toes are pointing forward. On your exhale, shift the hips back. Inhaling forward and back. Last time, forward and back. As we come to neutral, step that foot forward between our hands, finding our lunge once again. Really being sure to make sure that that front heel is down on the ground. And on your exhale, shift the hips back straight in the front leg. Inhale, we lunge. Exhale, straightening. Last time, lunge. And straighten. Yeah, bend into that knee. We're going to tuck the back toes under, lift the knee as we step back into a plank pose, pausing in our plank. Nice wide fingers, firm glutes and thighs. And then slowly lower yourself all the way down to the mat. On the inhale, we lift our chest into cobra. And exhale, shift those hips up and back into our downward facing dog. You can take whatever feels good here, maybe bending one knee and then the other, or shifting those hips side to side. But let that head be heavy, pressing all the hand knuckles into the mat. And from here, we'll start to walk those feet all the way to the front of the mat. Bending the knees as much as we need to so our belly rests on our thighs and our forward fold. And letting the shoulders hang, letting the head be heavy. And with a nice deep bend in the knees, we'll roll all the way up to stand. Inhale, reaching the arms up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhaling, halfway lift, finding a flat back, hands to the shins. And exhaling, hands down, step the feet all the way back into our plank. Pause. Now shift the shoulders forward of your wrists as we lower the knees down. Lower halfway down to our push-up, and then all the way to the mat. Inhale, lifting our chest into our cobra. Exhaling, downward dog. From downward dog, let's shift forward into a plank and start to walk your hands back towards your feet, so we're in a forward fold at the back of your mat. Inhaling, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, down. Inhale, reach those arms all the way up to the sky, and on your exhale, fold all the way back down. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat, walking out to your plank, pausing there. From plank, shift your shoulders forward, lower the knees down, lower halfway down, hug those elbows to your ribs, all the way down to the mat. Inhale, lifting into our cobra. Exhaling, downward facing dog. From your downward dog, bend the knees, look between the hands. Exhale, step or hop forward. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reach those arms all the way to the sky. Exhaling, hands to the heart. And release. Let's take our feet wider now, so about as wide as your shoulders are. We're going to turn the toes slightly outwards. Let's extend those arms all the way up to the sky. And as the hands come to the chest, start to sit down into a nice deep squat, as deep as you can. Keep the heels down on the ground. Okay, let's take that twice more. Inhale, up, reach the arm. Exhale, sitting down, but keep squeezing those glutes. Last time, up and down. Yeah. All right, go ahead and bring your butt all the way down into the ground. It's okay if there's a little plop there. All right, reach to those, bending into the knees. Let's come all the way down into our backs. Bring the knees into the chest. So we're gonna roll up to sit and then reach your left arm to the sky. All the way down onto your back. Reach the right arm up. All the way down. And then both arms up to the sky. Lift. One more time. Down. Right arm up. We lower down without crushing the cat. And left arm up. Last time. Down. Both arms up. And release the arms. Keep those feet as wide as they just were. We're going to let the knees fall over to the right. So align yourself so your heel and your knee are in line. For some of us, this will not be easy, so keep your hands on the ground. And let's try the other side. Take the knees through center and over to the left. So we're working on internal and external rotation of our hip, gaining range of motion. So we inhale, center. Exhale, right. You can keep the hands on the ground or reach the fingers forward as you come back through center. And over to the left. Last time, center and right. Pause here. If you can, lift up, press those hips forward. Squeeze that left glute. And control it back down. All the way over to the left. Again, hands can be on the ground, but if you can, thrust those hips forward. Lower all the way back down. And that's it on that. Extend those legs out nice and wide into a V. It is not and should not be as wide as you can possibly go. And just a comfortable width. As we sit up nice and tall, keep your belly firm. Keep engaging your pelvic floor and your glutes. Let's reach the arms straight forward, taking a nice deep inhale. And as we exhale, reach forward. Inhale up, and we're going to reach the right arm over to the left. Inhaling up. Exhale, reaching to the right. As we come back up, legs come together and reach straight forward. One more time like that. Wide legs reach to the center. We come up and over to the right. Inhaling up, over to the left. As we come back up, legs together, reach forward. Yeah, letting that go. Hands are down by our sides, but keep those legs straight now. Yeah. You can have your hands right here by your knees if you like, or I'm going to take it up and overhead. We're doing a little single leg lift. So starting with our right leg in 3, 2, let's begin for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, left leg, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and done. All right, take those feet as wide as your mat now. So your heels are resting on the outer edges of your mat. Hands either between your knees or up overhead, starting with the left leg for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, other leg, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. All right, we're gonna spin ourselves around, a little spin move, coming into our tabletop. Yeah, finding all fours. All right, so let's tuck our toes under and lift those knees about an inch or two off the ground. How much can you squeeze your butt and engage your abs like somebody's about to have you poke in your belly vigorously, and you're like, no, I'm ticklish. Now from here, start to make a little circle. Yeah, turning clockwise or counterclockwise. Yeah, all the way around the mat. But be sure to keep those knees relatively low. Once you're facing forward, go the other way. It does not need to be quick. Nice and slow will get those shoulders and abs fired up. Yeah. Next time you are forward, lower those knees down. As we sit the hips back and down into the heels for child's pose. And letting the forehead rest on the mat if it reaches comfortably. Taking those deep inhalations and long exhalations. All right. From your child's pose, start to make our way into our downward dog, lifting those hips up and back. All right, from our downward dog on the inhale, bend the knees, look between the hands, exhale, step or hop to the front of your mat. Inhaling, halfway lift, 1, 2, garage. And exhaling, forward fold. Inhale, reach the arms all the way to the sky, and on the exhale, forward fold. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhale, release. Reach those arms all the way up to the sky again. And exhale, forward fold. Start to bend those knees, reach the arms up to our chair pose, pausing here. And so give those glutes a nice big squeeze. Hugging your belly in once again, one more breath. And exhale, forward fold. Inhaling, halfway lift, flat back. Exhale, hands to the mat, step or hop the feet back. Lowering through that chaturanga, that half push-up, and then inhale into a back bend. Exhaling, downward dog. Okay, from our downward dog, we'll float the right leg up and back. And exhale, step it forward between those hands, reaching the arms up for a high lunge. And so that back heel stays lifted. Keep those hips and shoulders squared forward. Now we're going to play with the arms. My back is going to be towards you. Let's reach the arms up nice and tall. Turn those pinkies inward towards one another. And then start to bend the elbows. Bring your hands to the small of your back. Inhale, reaching up tall. Exhale, hands to the back. Last time, up and back. We reach those arms all the way up to the sky. Exhaling, hands down to the mat as we step back into our plank. Shifting down dog. Other leg, floating the left leg up. Stepping in between our hands, finding our high lunge here, floating those arms to the sky. Nice deep inhale, turn those pinkies in like they're about to kiss, and then exhale, bring the hands to the back. Twice more, up and back. Once more, up and back. Reaching the arms all the way to the sky. Hands come down to the mat as we step back into our plank. Lower through your chaturanga. Inhaling back bend. Exhaling downward dog. All right. So here's our drill. Shift forward into a plank. Take a push-up. You can use your knees on the ground if you like. From your push-up, down dog. Step the right foot to the outside of the right hand. And then the right arm floats to the sky, taking a little twist here. The hand comes back, stepping back, downward dog. Other side, shift forward, plank into our push-up. Step the left foot forward. Inhale, reach the arm to the sky. Exhale it down. One more time each side. Step back, down dog. We shift forward, push up. Right foot forward. Inhale the right arm up. Exhaling it down, step back, down dog. Finding our plank, push up. Step the left foot forward. Inhale, reach the arm to the sky. Exhale it back down to the mat, stepping back into your plank. Lower through chaturanga. Inhale into our back bend. I know it's so much fun. Exhaling down dog. From your down dog, we bend the knees, look between your hands, and exhale, step or hop forward. Inhaling, halfway lift with a flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Sit those hips back into our chair, reaching the arms forward and up. Coming all the way up to stand. And release the arms. All right, feel free to give a little wiggle if you like. All right, coming into a couple standing movements now. Let's take our feet up nice and wide. We're gonna sit the hips down into a goddess squat or a horse stand, sumo squat, whatever you wanna call it. So what my goddess squat is chest tall, butt is tucked under. What it's not is that keep your butt to yourself, keep that chest nice and tall. Yeah, and we're gonna take a little pulses here. So up and down. All right, now we're gonna modify this. Let's lift up the right heel and keep pulsing. As high as you can lift that heel up comfortably in your ankle. Switching feet in 3, 2, right heel down, left heel up, and pulse. We're gonna lift up both heels in 3, 2, both heels up, and pulse for 10 seconds. Keep pressing those knees wide, keep squeezing those glutes for 3, 2, straighten your legs, feet are parallel. We inhale the arms to the sky, and exhale, forward fold. Taking 5 breaths here. Just letting your upper body be heavy. All right. Let's bring those hands back underneath the shoulders. Hands come to the hips, finding a flat back and squeeze all the way upright. All right, narrowing the feet now. Curtsy lunges. So we do curtsies fairly regularly. I teach them as so. I step my right foot, my right knee directly behind my left heel. So it doesn't have to be over to the side any further. As long as your knee and your toes are pointing in the same direction, that's as far as we need to go. So our movement is this. We curtsy lunge, and then lateral kick. Other leg, curtsy and kick. Good, keep going just like that. And don't pressure yourself to get it super high. Yeah, even if we have a little lift, that's our body working through its range of motion. Yeah, just keep that chest nice and upright. 8 seconds left. Last 3, 2, 1, and time. Alrighty, one more hip movement and then we'll get into our next flow. So let's find our goddess squat once again. Wide feet, toes out, knees wide. All right, so this is gonna involve a little bit of pivoting on the feet. This left knee starts to pivot on your toes and we find a lunge with our right foot forward. Goddess squat. Other side, right knee drops down and center. Yeah. So continue just like that. You do not need to tap your knee to the ground. Only move in as big of a motion as you can control it in your body. Almost there, 10 more seconds, hang in there. 5, 3, 2, 1, and time. All right, letting that go. If you'd like to grab a sip of water before we flow, feel free to. We'll get started in about 30 seconds. So we're going to be building towards our bird of paradise. If you've never done bird of paradise before, or if you've never done it successfully, awesome. This is the first time, this is something we can work towards. If you are a bird of paradise pro, then even better, we can work on controlling it that much more. So from the front of your mat, we inhale, reach the arms to the sky. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhale, hands to the mat, step or hop the feet back, and then lower all the way down onto your belly. And tops of the feet on the mat, we reach the arms out nice and long in front of us. From here, lift your chest, lift the arms, and pull those elbows by your sides, just like we did earlier. Inhale, reach out long. Exhale, pull them back like you're squeezing on. Last time, forward. And pull, holding for 3, 2, 1. Exhale down. Go ahead and tuck those toes under. We're going to push ourselves up to a plank, finding our downward dog. All right, from downward dog, let's flip the right leg up to the sky. And exhale, step that foot between our hands, warrior 2. So the back heel is down. Windmill those arms open nice and wide. Check to make sure that right knee is pressing wide. Engage those glutes. And we start to straighten the front leg. Reach as far forward as you can, shifting the hips back. Right hand onto the shin, left arm to the sky, triangle pose. Keep those legs engaged, keep those kneecaps lifting. Now take that top arm, the left arm, wrap it around your back like you're trying to slide it into your right hip pocket. Maybe even grab hold of the thigh. Once you're there, bend into the front knee, reach the right arm up and back. You straighten your leg, reach forward and down. Last time, bend into the knee, reach up and back. And then this time, reach the right hand forward as we lift that back leg up into our half moon pose. If you need to, let it go, float that left fingertips up to the sky. But if you can, keep the bind. Last breath. Now we release the bind. We're going to slowly start to come all the way upright, finding a tree pose. So place that foot in the inner thigh or on the calf. If you like, hands either at the center of the chest or reach those arms up tall. One more breath. We're going to step that left foot back all the way into our warrior 2. Nice deep inhale here. Exhale, windmill the hands down to the mat, stepping back into our plank pose. Taking the chaturanga. Inhaling into our back bend. Exhaling, downward dog. Other side, left leg floats to the sky. Step in between the hands, warrior two. Again, deep in that front knee, pressing it wide so you can still see that left big toe. Start to straighten your front leg, reach forward. Left arm to the shin, right arm to the sky, pausing here. Firming up the thighs and your belly. Turn that right palm away, and if you can, wrap it around your back, grabbing hold of that left thigh. Bending into the front knee, we reach the left arm up and back. Exhale, straighten, reach forward, triangle pose, hand to shin. One more time, bend into the knee, reach up and back. Exhale into our triangle. Now start to look at the mat. Place the left hand down as we lift the back leg up for our half moon. Try to stack your right shoulder on top of the left, so roll the top shoulder back. Keep twisting your torso. Go ahead and reach the right fingertips up to the sky. And we're going to start to transition into our tree pose, so come all the way to stand. Place that right foot on the inner thigh or on the calf. If we can, reach up all the way tall. And with just as much control, step that foot back into our warrior two. Nice deep inhale. Exhale, windmill the hands down to the mat. Stepping back into our plank as we lower through chaturanga. Inhaling into our back bend. Exhaling, downward dog. From down dog, we bend the knees, look between the hands. Exhale, step or hop forward. Inhaling, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, reaching your arms all the way to the sky. Exhaling, hands to the heart. And release. All righty. Finding a little windmill now. We're going to take a step back with our right foot, not too far, just a couple feet. All right, now keep those hips squared full. Oh no, that's not what we're doing. I am so sorry. Let's bring our feet hip distance apart. We're going to reach the right arm to the sky, the back of the left hand on the thigh. And so whatever leg is being touched, that's the knee that's going to bend. So start to bend into your left knee, slide the hand down, look up at that top arm. Coming up to stand. Other side, bend into the right knee, look up at the thumb, and stand. Continue alternating just like that for about 15 more seconds. And noticing that stretch on the straight leg. And then squeeze those glutes to come back up for 5, 3, 2, 1, and time. Alrighty then. Come spreading those feet a little bit wider. We're going to sit down into a nice deep squat. So finding our malasana once again. Now reach those arms out wide, open up the chest. On your exhale, lift the hips up, forward fold. Going between those two, bend deep, opening the chest. And lift those hips. Keep moving just like that at your own pace. These are the two things that we're going to need in our bird of paradise. The hamstring length, and then this hip opening. Keep moving for 10 more seconds. 5, 3, 2, 1. Go ahead and lift the hips up into our forward fold. And then with a nice deep bend in the knees, we roll all the way up to stand. Alrighty then. So let's lift the right knee up, giving it a little hug, finding our balance on one foot. All right, And now we place the foot on the inner thigh or on the calf for our tree pose. If you can, go ahead and reach those arms up to the sky. We're going to use that ground. Grab hold of the left hand with the right as we lean over to the right, making a little side bend. Reach as long as you can. Coming all the way back up. Yeah. Now let the hands go. We're going to start to extend that right leg straight out in front of us. Lift it as much as you can. Step it out. Reach it out to the side as much as you can. Reach it back and then step back into our warrior two. Left foot, right foot. Okay. From our warrior two, go ahead and windmill those hands down to the mat on the inside of your left foot. And finding our lizard pose, go ahead and lower that back knee down into the ground. Gently roll into the outer edge of that left foot, opening the knee, and then hug it back in. 2 more times. Open and close. Open and close. Lift up that back knee. We're going to start to float those left fingertips up to the sky for our twist. On your next exhale, bring the hand down to the mat. And reaching the arms up to the sky for a high lunge. Reach the arms forward, lift up the back leg for 3, warrior 3. And lifting the arms, lift that knee up. And release it down. All right, other side. Giving that left knee a little hug now. There we go. Finding that balance. And then finding our tree pose, placing the foot where you'd like it on the inner thigh, or the calf, or even the ankle. Well, once you found your balance, we can extend the arms up. Grab hold of the right wrist with the left hand as we lean over to the left. But again, nice long body. Yeah, and then coming all the way back up. Release the arms. We're going to extend that left foot forward. Reach it out to the side. Reach it all the way back as we find our warrior two. Nice deep inhale here. Exhale the hands down to the inside of that right foot. Lift up onto the back toes. And then lower the back knee down. Lizard. All right, then roll onto the outer edge of the foot and hug it in. Take that twice more. Open and close. Last time, open and close. Lift that back knee up. Right fingertips up to the sky. Good, and then reach the arms up for our high lunge. Firm belly as we reach forward, lifting the back leg, warrior three. Lifting the knee up and letting it go. Awesome, everybody. All right, now it is time, as promised, for our word. What is it we're doing? Bird of Paradise. All right, so from the front of your mat, let's flow through it. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhaling halfway left. Exhale, hands to the mat, step or hop the feet back, finding your turnaround. Inhaling through back bend. And downward dog. We inhale the right leg up to the sky. And step it forward between the hands, back heel down, warrior two. So it's this arm bind. Now we'll talk about the arm binds. From our warrior two, half bind. We'll start our half side angle pose. There we go. Words make sense. Bring the right forearm to the thigh, left arm overhead. From side angle, wrap that left arm around. Once again, grabbing hold of the thigh as we did before. Now, if you can, lower the right hand down into the mat and open up the chest, stacking the shoulders. Our full bind, we reach the right arm under, clasping fingers. Here you can grab a towel, a belt, or whatever, but open the chest up once again. Now, if you'd like to find your way all the way through, go ahead and look down at the mat. Step that left foot forward to meet the right. And then slowly start to stand up tall. Now, if you made your way up tall, you can either hold there or maybe we start to play with extending that right leg out long. There you go. That's our bird of paradise. One more breath. And then slowly bring that foot down to the mat. Step the left foot all the way back into our warrior two. Releasing the arms. And on your next exhale, windmill the hands down to the mat. Stepping back into plank. Finding our chaturanga. Inhaling back bend. Exhaling down dog. You can take down dog or child's pose. We'll be here for 5 more breaths. If you are in your child's pose, make your way back into downward dog. And then we'll take that on the other side, floating the left leg up to the sky. Stepping it forward between the hands, finding our warrior two. From our warrior two, left forearm to thigh, right arm overhead for side angle pose. And then wrap the right arm around, grabbing hold of the hip or the thigh. Left hand can start to extend down, but sink deeper into the hips. And then if it's there, we can wrap the left arm under, grabbing hold. And again, turn that top shoulder back. If you want your bird of paradise, go ahead and step the right foot forward. Lift up onto the left toes and slowly start to stand up tall. Once you're there, keeping those abs engaged, you can play with straightening the leg. Wherever you are, don't worry, it is a playful practice. One more breath. And gently set the foot down to the mat. Right foot steps back into our warrior two foot pattern. As we come all the way up into our warrior two, we exhale the hands down to the mat, stepping back into our plank as we lower through chaturanga. Inhaling back bend, exhaling downward dog. Same as before, 5 more breaths here, either down dog or child's pose. Whichever you choose, deep inhalations and long exhalations. If you are in child's pose, start to make your way back into our downward dog. And from downward dog, we'll float the right leg up to the sky. And exhale, step it forward between the hands, high lunge, reaching his arms straight up to the sky. And nice deep inhale, straighten both legs. Exhale, lower the knees, but keep the arms overhead. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower. Last time, up and down. Start to lean forward, reach those arms forward, warrior three. From warrior three, come all the way up to stand. And grabbing hold of the left ankle. Press those hips forward, standing up nice and tall. We're gonna keep that leg up, but let go of it with the hand, holding it in for 3, 2, 1. Bring the hand to the inside of the ankle. We're making our way into dancer's pose, so float the other arm to the sky. As we lean forward, lift the back leg up. Keep your belly firm. 2 more breaths. Coming all the way up to stand, lift that knee up. Stepping it back into our lunge, 1 more breath. And exhale the hands down to the mat. Stepping back into your plank. As we lower through chaturanga. Inhaling back in. Exhaling downward dog. Alright. From our downward dog, other side, left leg close to the sky. Exhale, step it between the hands. High lunge, reaching up nice and tall. Scooping those pinkies inward towards one another, so broaden the shoulder blades across the upper back. We inhale, straighten the knees. Exhale, bend as deep as feels good. Inhaling up and lower. Last time, up and lower. Lean the torso forward, lifting up the back leg. Warrior 3. 1 more breath. And then we come all the way up to stand. Grab hold of that ankle, pressing the hips forward, finding a quad stretch. So press the hips, point the knees straight down. And keep hugging that ankle in as we let go of the arms for 3, 2, 1. Grab the inside of that ankle and kick the foot into the hand, lift the leg up and back. Dancer's pose. 2 more breaths. Coming all the way back up, lift the knee up, reach the arms. Stepping back into our lunge, last breath. Exhale the hands down to the mat. Stepping back into our plank as we lower through chaturanga. Inhaling into our back bend. Exhaling downward dog and child's pose. Good. Knees down, hips back and down. Using this opportunity to really regain control of the breath. Reminding ourselves that it's not about what the posture did or didn't look like. It's about working our bodies through the range of motion, challenging ourselves, celebrating the little successes, and learning from the failures. That way our mindset changes from it being a failure to an experience along the road. From your child's pose, let's start to lift our chest up. We're going to spin to sit back onto the hips. So we're coming up to sit. All right. Taking a few twists now. We're bending to the right knee. And place the foot on the outside of the left leg. Sitting up nice and tall. You're welcome to bend into this left knee if you like, but only if that hip comes back down to the mat. Right hand reaches behind us, left arm to the outside of the knee. Every inhale, we sit up taller. Every exhale, we twist a little bit further. One more breath here. Next inhale, we come all the way through center. Unwinding the legs to take that on the other side. Bending into the left knee once you're there. Crossing it over. Option to bend into the right knee. Once the hip is down, left arm reaches back. Either hug the knee or arm to the outside of that left knee. But again, sitting up tall. Using every exhalation to find a little bit more space in our twist. Last breath here. And as we come back up, unwinding the legs, soles of the feet come flat onto the mat. We reach the arms forward, lift up, nice tall spine. And then hollow out the belly, rounding the chin in as we lower down one vertebrae at a time until we're on our backs, knees come into the chest. Feel free to gently rock side to side if that feels good in your body. All right, placing the sole of the right foot down into the ground. We're going to cross the left ankle, making a little figure four. We start by just gently pressing that left knee open, and if you'd like, you can interlace the fingers around the right thigh or shin. But making this all about that left hip. Relaxing the rest of our body as much as we can. Last breath here. As we release the foot, we're going to keep sliding that left knee over the right. Open the arms into a twist. And then scoot the hips to the left side of your mat. Let the knees fall to the right. So we're in a reclined twist. If the twisted legs does not feel good, you can let go of that, stacking one on top of the other. So just make the twist feel good in your body. Last breath here. First, we unwrap the legs, and then we bring the knees and hips back into the center of the mat. All right, other side, right ankle over the left knee. Pressing that right knee wide. And then if you like, grab hold of the left thigh or shin. But again, this is now all about the right hip, so try to press that right knee even wider, finding that outer hip stretch. And we're taking this in lieu of our pigeon pose, which gets into a lot of those little hip muscles that give us issues throughout our lives and days, and especially in our hips and low back. Last breath. And then release the fingers. Keep sliding that right leg over the left, tightening it up now. As we scoot the hips to the right side of your mat, let the knees fall to the left. Again, if crossing the legs doesn't feel good, you can uncross them, taking whatever twist feels good in your body. Last 2 breaths. And then we unwrap the legs, carefully coming back into the center of our mat. All right, one more time, we bring those knees into the chest, maybe gently rock from side to side. Now keeping those knees in, we start to make a tight little ball, maybe grabbing hold of the feet, squeezing ourselves into the smallest area that we can. Taking a nice deep inhale, flexing the muscles in the body for 3, 2, 1, and exhale the arms and legs out long as we find the Shavasana. If you find your body's touching anything, just move it away. Giving ourselves the next few moments to let our minds and bodies absorb all that work that you just did. And at the same time, finding softness in our bodies from the crown of the head to the soles of the feet. Letting go of any engagement we're holding on to. And I would recommend bringing the awareness underneath the nose, watching each inhalation, maybe even counting to 4, and then letting each exhalation take 4 to 6 counts out. And as we lay here in stillness, we begin to tune in, noticing how does your body feel in this moment. Remembering there are no right or wrong answers, just what you observe. Beginning to notice how we're feeling mentally and emotionally in this moment. And slowly we start to bring movement back into our fingers and toes, circling through the wrists and the ankles. And on our inhale, reaching the arms and legs nice and long for a big stretch. Exhaling the knees in, rolling onto our right side, pausing for just a moment here. Taking a moment to remind yourselves that each and every one of you is strong mentally and emotionally. That you radiate beauty from within and from your exterior. And that each and every one of you is capable of loving and more than worthy of being loved. And as you're ready, we begin to press up to a comfortable seated position, whatever that looks like in your body. Once we are there, sitting up nice and tall, hands come to the center of our chest. Thank you all so very much for coming in and sharing this hour with me and with each other. Have a great rest of your evening, and I'll see you all next time. Namaste. Oh yeah, and just a little reminder, if